So I'm standing in a beautiful shade garden here at Garland Nursery, and I'm here with Karen. And Karen, we have so many people asking the show about, shade gardens, because there's a lot of places with huge trees, and they want to garden there too. You have picked out some beautiful plants that are specifically for shade gardening, right?
Yeah, there's many possibilities, and you can get a lot of different sizes, textures, all kinds of fun things to work with and make it beautiful under a large tree.
So then let's do that. Let's just jump right in and start with shrubs.
Okay.
Tell me about these.
Okay, I've selected a few shrubs. There are more possibilities, but you want to have the bones of the garden in first, and so a little bit of structure under them will give you
really
height.
guides you, doesn't it?
It gives you the main components, and then you decorate around them with all the fun little annuals, perennials, that kind of thing. So one of the shrubs that is the toughest I've ever seen for dry shade is Skimmia. Skimmias have clusters of white flowers early spring, but right now you're seeing the beginning of red berries. They have beautiful red berries that will last from fall all the way through winter, and birds will eat those, so it's a good bird plant.
And they're evergreen, right?
It's evergreen,
Lovely.
gives you wonderful rounded shrub. Gets to be about 3 feet high, and I had a 30-year-old one that was about 4 feet wide, so they're a compact, dense, nice looking shrub.
And what is this? This looks like a conifer of some sort.
It is. This is a upright yew. There are upright yews or spreading yews. This particular yew will get to be 10 or more feet if you let it. The nice thing about yews is you can prune them as much as you want, and you'll never have that dead look on the inside. And if you needed some screening, some of the taller evergreen trees are limbed up, and you don't have, if you needed to screen a view that you saw through there, you could use this as a screening plant that will take dry shade.
And although this is a smaller one back here, these can get large. Tell me about this.
Oh yeah, this is the most fragrant plant you'll ever know.
They're hard to vine, aren't they?
You can't miss the fragrance. You walk 10, 20 feet away, you smell this plant. This is Daphne odora. This is one called Meijima, and it's got beautiful variegated foliage. These, when they're in bloom, the whole greenhouse smells like this delightful, sweet, sort of citrusy smell.
Yeah.
And I think everyone knows what Daphne smells like.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful
And if they
plant.
don't, once they do know,
oh yeah,
they'll
you never
leave
forget it.
Right?
You would never forget that plant, and it loves dry shade under trees. That's one of the best spots for them. So that's one of the best.
This is lovely. Tell me about it.
Look at that beautiful soft foliage. It's a native plant.
Oh,
it's,
nice.
Snowberry or Simpra carpus. Has beautiful white berries on it from fall through winter. Again, it's a good bird plant. The birds will eat all the berries by late winter. But it's got the most graceful, beautiful soft foliage, and I've never seen a plant thrive better in dry shade than this one.
And the white berries really do show up.
Oh, they do. You see them all winter long.
Now, this looks like more perennial type stuff. Let's
right,
jump into
now
that.
we're going to go into the perennials. There are a lot of evergreen perennials. They're going to give you all year round interest. This is one of the gorgeous hellebores. There are so many varieties of these. They have white, red, yellow, burgundy, red, so many colors of flowers, great foliage, so they would thrive in dry shade, no problem. This is an epimedium.
I love epimediums.
Yeah, I do too. They have beautiful foliage. Before the foliage, they're just finishing now, but they have these lovely little dainty yellow flowers. They come in white and pinks and purples and yellows, so many colors and great foliage.
This almost looks tropical to me, doesn't it?
It does, but that's another hellebore. This one is, I don't know why they called it this, but stinking hellebore. I would prefer to just call it fetidus, which is, this one's called Westerfisk, and the foliage on this is fabulous. It did have flowers earlier in the year that were green with little red edges, so wonderful flowers, but takes the driest of shade.
And let's not forget that ferns, a lot of people forget them, but ferns really are great.
Oh, they're excellent. For a northwest garden, nothing makes you think more northwest than a sword fern, which is the native fern here. There are other ferns too, and almost all of them will thrive in dry shade. The only one I haven't had thrive in dry shade is the maidenhair fern, but all the evergreen ones have thrived in dry shade.
So now, one of the things that I love recently that's happened in the last decade or so is all of this different colored foliage for shade. Tell me about these three.
Well, foliage lasts all year, and you have so many beautiful different edges that you can work with. If you pick something like a Brunnera with variegated leaves, even though the flowers will only last for a month or so, the foliage will last way longer, and these are slug resistant, deer resistant, drought tolerant, easy to grow perennial.
And this beauty.
This is a gorgeous pulmonaria with
at
the
that.
buds are blue, and then they open these beautiful pink flowers, or there are blue varieties that are just
Look at
vividly
that.
blue.
That's so, yeah, that is a bright blue. And
Yeah.
I love these colors now.
I do too. And this fuchsia just looks fabulous without a single flower on it.
does.
And then you get these flowers from early summer all the way till late fall. So the hummingbirds will fight over this plant, and it is a gorgeous.
But then, you know, it's not just this. There's also great ground covers
There
for
sure
shade, isn't
are.
there?
You
Tell me
bet,
about
yeah.
these three down here.
Well, this is a variegated form of lily of the valley, so it's got those really cute little white dangling fragrant flowers, but the foliage looks good way
does,
after the
yep.
flowers are done. This is a lamium or dead nettle, and they come either silver or gold, and they look fantastic when you put them with something like
Don't they
black
just?
mondo grass.
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
it just pops, so it really makes something like that stand out to have those two combined.
So, you know, Karen, here's what I love about wonderful places like Garland's. You guys, there's really so much varieties, and a lot of them that we don't even know about, and new ones that keep coming out. So if you're interested in shade garden and you want to get some great information and assistance, you can always go out to Garland Nursery out here, talk to Karen and the staff, and pick out that beautiful place that will make your shade garden brilliant. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Karen.
All right, thanks for coming.